So lately I've been talking about eliminating the entire human race, about how I think everybody should die. And we should just give it back to the plants and the trees and the animals. I really do believe that. And here's the reason why. See, back throughout history, humans have been able to connect to creation, existence, all things, because we were more connected to creation, existence, and all things, because we were more connected to nature, all right? Now, when you become the present moment, right? And I know this because I've experienced it thousands of times, and I'm not kidding, thousands of times. You could even go back and watch my old videos, and I become that moment. So when you become present, you are now connected to creation, if you want to call it God. You're connected to God, the source, creation, all things. You dissolve as a person. You're no longer a person, and you are connected to God and all things, creation, if you want to call it God. I don't care what you call it. And you feel all life. You're connected to all life. You don't give anything a name. You're just here with it, and you're all beings, and you're connected together. But the only way to get there is to be still enough and present enough to be connected to God, creation, and in that space you could become love. Now the problem now is we're so distracted with these jobs, this stressful life, or these cell phones, or Netflix, or whatever it is, or this processed food, or alcohol, drugs, whatever, not getting our attention, love, or attachment needs met in childhood, that we are constantly craving and we're addicted to things, because the less our attachment, attention, and love needs are met in childhood or in the womb, the more and more we become addicted and attached to things later on in life and in adulthood, right? And the more and more we become attached and addicted to things, the less we are going to be able to sit in this field, become the stillness, become the present moment, become connected to God, creation, and all things, and become love. And we are going to continue to hurt the people around us, and we're going to cause damage to ourselves as well. Now, what the hell's the point of that? Because we've gone so far and we've strayed so far away from the original plan, which is to be connected to all things, to life, to nature, to animals, and creation. God, if you want to call it God, by becoming the present moment in the stillness. Fewer and fewer people are able to do that, which has become present, the stillness. So you can become connected to God and creation. And in so doing, you become love. And you reach that flow state where you dissolve yourself and you're just connected to all things in creation and God, if you want to call it God. Now, if we can't get there as a society anymore, if less and less and less people can become present and stillness and become connected to God and creation and all things, then we are constantly going to do hurt and become more and more lost as a society. And our society has pushed us in that direction. It's not an individual's fault. It's the entire society gravitating towards being more and more lost. Now, I feel that we should just eliminate the entire human race because we lost the game. If we're not connected to creation and God anymore and all things, then we're going to continue to be more and more lost. Because if we can't be love, and we have children, say, we are not going to be able to give those children the love they need. And their love, attachment, and attention needs aren't going to be met, and they're going to be addicted to things and attached to unhealthy things later on in life because their love needs weren't met, say 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now, because we're becoming more and more lost as a society because we're becoming more and more distracted by cell phones, social media, Netflix, stressful jobs, not being able to sleep at night, eating unhealthy food, trying to party on the weekend because we're so stressed out and depressed about life because we want to forget Monday through Friday and we just want to have a good time on Friday and Saturday, right? And then we do go to church on Sunday to forgive ourselves and give praise to the Lord. I'm joking about that last part. I'm sorry. It's pretty much every country song in the world, though. So What do we do as a race? I think we should just eliminate ourselves, and so creation could start again. You know, there's two different trainings of thought, right? There's Eckhart Tolle, who believes that we're becoming more and more enlightened and gravitating towards consciousness. And then you have people like Gabor that doesn't believe in that at all. He sees the trends and the patterns of society and where society's going. And I believe more with Gabor because he's a realist. Eckhart Tolle is just trying to make goddamn money. And he's not a realist at all. He wants people to believe that they could be present. Guess what? Unless you live my life and you're on SSI, and because you're a psychopath, and like you can't be around other humans because you want to kill them and you want to kill yourself, or you have nervous breakdowns, or you become like schizophrenic and like insane every time you go out in society, the government doesn't want you around people. They're like, dude, get this guy away from people. So they give you $900 a month to live on. Right? And then, like, because they don't want you around people, the mental institutions, like, call up the government, and they're like, yo, dude, this guy's been at the mental institution so many times for trying to kill people and, like, you know, shoot up airports and stuff like that. Like, give him as much money as you possibly can so he could stay inside for the rest of his life and make present moment videos. And that's me, right? But, so I don't have to, I don't work. I don't have to work. Trust me, you don't want me working. I used to be a preschool teacher in Thailand, and I would like pick up 3-year-olds, and I'd like want to kill these 3-year-olds, and I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking slit your throat, and I would kill a 3-year-old. Like, who gives a fuck? Because that 3-year-old is just gonna become an adult, lost without the present moment and without like connecting to God and creation. That 3-year-old is just gonna become a fucking asshole. So might as well fucking kill him when he's 3, right? Seriously, no, that's my training of thought. I don't have hope for like children. I was just listening to All Holy Night by like Celine Dion, right? Because it's Christmas time, right? So I'm like thinking about like children and babies and like, you know, Christmas time and how it's such a beautiful time and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? Those little fucking kids, they're either going to grow up to be like hot women that think they're the shit, right? And then like they think they're almighty and they could get whatever the fuck they want, which they can. And then all of a sudden they turn like 55 and they have a nervous breakdown because they lost the game. I saw this like woman in a cafe the other day, and she was like probably like 22, and you could tell that she thought she was like the shit, right? And I used to be very good looking when I was young too. I could pretty much fucking control anything, and I was just like, I was about to go, like I was gonna go up to her and like, you know, be like you got 22 years at best, and then the game's over. So enjoy it while you got it. Because I know this shit because that was me. I was the fucking hot guy, right? But I turned around and I looked at her nose and she had the wrong nose. So she didn't own the game. And I was like, waste of fucking time, bro. And I would just hurt her feelings anyways. So it's just, but I wouldn't hurt her feelings. People that are hot know they're fucking hot. You know, my big rule from my friends growing up was like, whatever you do, do not date a girl that thinks she's hot. Because she'll either leave you for somebody else that could give her more, or she just like will walk all over you unless you treat her like shit. Unless you're a fucking narcissistic asshole like I could be. You fucking don't date her. Because I could date hot women and get away with it, but normal fucking guys, hell no. Or unless they think they're the shit. Or they're going to be unattractive women, and they're going to have a low self-esteem, and they're going to have a terrible life. Or they're going to be like a guy that's like the shit, and he's going to be a fucking asshole to everybody like I was. Or they're going to be like a guy that doesn't have shit dick, and he's going to be an asshole, and then he's going to be grumpy and stuff because he's not as good looking or popular or all this other shit like the other guys that are hot and fucking have all the shit, right? So everybody's fucked. Everybody's fucked. Either you're a hot girl and you're an asshole to people, you're not a pretty girl and you have low self-esteem, you're a hot guy and you're an asshole, or you have a low self-esteem guy that's like overweight or not good looking. That's it. That's life. So fuck it. Might as well kill like little children. or babies, because they're fucked anyways. Thank you.